Thank you.
Attention passengers, this is a reminder that the Take Flight podcast will begin boarding in 20 minutes. Please gather your thoughts, secure your mindset, and prepare for elevation.
Welcome to the Take Flight podcast, where self-care is your passport, self-love is your carry-on, and purpose is your destination. We're your hosts. I'm Paris.
And it's your boy, Spee.
And today we're going to talk about how to stop procrastinating as an entrepreneur.
Yeah, man. It's been one. You're talking to two entrepreneurs right now. You know, we got our own thing going on. Last episode, we talked about her luxury pet business. Make sure y'all go cop it. It'll be in the comments. Make sure y'all go cop that. And, you know, a few weeks before that, we talked about me as a tattoo artist. Now, this whole segment is about entrepreneurship, and now we're breaking down the things and what it takes to be an entrepreneur, such as no procrastination.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, definitely. I would say, procrastination can easily creep in, especially as you're starting your business and you're developing your processes and figuring out the way that you're maneuvering through things. And you can get caught up so easily just consuming content and not making action. And it's important to really address that today because we want people to really elevate their business and elevate who they are and to move forward and take action so you can become who you're setting yourself out to be.
Facts. You know, I had to stop that myself. Stop procrastinating. Had to stop procrastinating. You know, what was the first thing you was going to open up about? Because I did have something based on what you had planned out that I was going to elaborate on. I didn't want to jump my gun too much.
Oh, no. So it's just really more so being busy versus being productive.
Okay.
You know, like, how would you distinguish the two?
Well, like you said, you just previously said, like, I'm always busy, right? Mm-hmm. But in my own head, I can always tell that I'm not as productive as I should be. I spend a lot of time watching other people. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I'm not against it. I feel like you should always, like, you know, get motivated and do things and watch videos based on what you want to, you know, be like. You learn from the pros. But a lot of pros going to tell you, go out and just do it.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah. I'm with you there because especially when you're consuming content, you're going to learn 1,000 different ways because everybody is doing everything differently.
Right.
And, you know, it can be hard to figure out what pathway is successful, which one is the right way. Right. And, you know, like what I've learned with consuming content is it's important to learn. It's important to educate yourself and to really set time for education. You know, like, all right, I'm going to give myself an hour to learn how to do X, Y, Z. But after that hour, these are going to be my action steps to make sure that I digest the information and know how to move forward.
Yeah, like for me, I can listen to stuff at work. So that's when I use let me intake everything I can right now while I'm at work because I can't really do too much. I ain't got my laptop, I ain't got my camera. So that's my time. But when I get off, I'm not watching those videos no more because I got 8 hours of it. I don't need to watch any more videos.
Yeah. When you're doing that at work, do you feel like you're really able to listen to what you're hearing and also do your job?
Yeah. Because I'll be mad at work. And I'm just like,
why?
Whatever they telling me, I got to do it because they obviously not at work right now. So I need to listen to what they talking about because right now I don't want to be at work. I'm irritated. So I'm going to lock in. And that actually helps me get through work. Because my work is more like muscle stuff, so I don't have to think too hard about anything. So I be zoned out. That's like if anybody that see me working, it's easy to me because I be in a whole nother zone. I be like, damn, I'm getting some good information. He quiet. I be just moving stuff. So.
And then when it comes to the content that you're watching, how do you decide what to watch and who to listen to and what's correct and what's not? Like, how do you?
Usually just, putting a good title, being specific on the title. There are some reputable people that actually do give good information. I make sure I subscribe to them. Make sure y'all subscribe to the page. I make sure I subscribe to them so they always keep coming up because they gave me 2 or 3 good videos of heat. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to make sure I tune in with them. And then, usually I like people that get to the point. You know what I'm saying? 5 minutes, you ain't even got to the point yet. I'm going to click off.
Yeah,
so
I agree with you. I would say like what has helped me when it comes to, not procrastinating with getting caught up in my content is scheduling time to learn each day. So I like to set the same time throughout each day, throughout the week, to where I'm going on YouTube or I'm going on Instagram to learn something, and I have my notebook nearby, so I'm writing everything down. And what has caught my attention is, especially on YouTube, when they break it down of these are the 5 things you're going to learn, and it all has the steps right then and there. Or someone in the comments list the 5 things, and I read them. I say, okay, those sound helpful. Let me watch this whole video because this is going to apply to me. Like that's really has helped me, because in a world where it's just so much information overload. And man, like I know I have undiagnosed ADHD. It can be so easy to just kind of go into a rabbit hole of information, just looping over and over again, without a basis of what's next. And that's key. Like, how do you, I think it's great that you do it at work, because it's a place where you can actually just digest the information and not have to worry about running your business. But how do you take the steps of, okay, I learned this information, now it's time to apply it?
I've been getting better at planning. I use the reminder app on my iPhone, which is mixed with your calendar app. So they both go together, and be like, this is what I'm going to do. You know what I'm saying? When I get off. As soon as I get off, I know my schedule. Get off at 2, get home by 2:30, take a shower for at least, I got at least a 30-minute leeway time. Then it's time to get busy. Like I said, I tell myself I'm not watching no more videos. And I already kind of know. I'm always so busy anyway, so I usually already got my stuff planned out. Like, boom, today, when I get off, I got to do this podcast. When I get off this podcast, we got to shoot the film. After the film, I got to go and might shoot another thing. But, like, if not, that doesn't do that, then I also have something else. I got other videos to edit as well. So.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's smart way of doing things. And then also, too, just touching on being busy versus being productive. Like, how would you distinguish the two? And how do you know when you're busy? And how do you know when you're actually being productive?
Productivity usually has a result at the end of it. Usually making some money. Probably making some money from it. Most of the time, you should be making some money from it. I hope, or something should be done. Maybe it's not making money. Maybe it was just finishing a painting. It needs to be done, or some progress actually was made instead of thinking about it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Some people just be thinking about the process and like, no, you got to go do it.
Yeah, take that action. Yeah, I'm with you there. Like, for me, busy versus productive is, you can be busy in the bed. You could be busy scrolling. You could be busy eating, or, even you could be busy working on your business. But to me, like how you mentioned, productivity aligns with your goals.
Right.
When you're productive, you're telling yourself, okay, I need to do X, Y, Z, and you're fulfilling X, Y, Z. Just really being in a place where you're accomplishing things that's going to set yourself ahead, and you're making yourself a better position than where you were yesterday. So, whether that is making those phone calls or creating those posts, or, following up or going to the post office to take your orders, doing those type of actions that's going to actually grow your business and lead it to success in those actions in that current moment.
So results.
Yes.
Should see some results. Like you said, busy scrolling.
You're not going to see results with
Nothing.
Yeah.
Hours go by, you ain't got none done. You got some learning done, but they always say the A student end up working for the C student. Because like a lot of us try to be so technical, we try to find the best route, the analytics for it, how much money costs, how much it costs, the products, and the C student just gonna go do it. They're not thinking about all that. They're not
trying to be perfect.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's later. So
yeah, I can definitely, speaking on perfect, I do say perfection will cause you to be a procrastinator. I felt like, just in my journey alone, like I had to learn that I'm going to learn things on the way. Like I'm not going to know everything now. Things are not going to be perfect now, and that there's always room for improvement. And I felt that has helped me grow into, taking action and taking leaps of faith. Because, a lot of times as an entrepreneur, you want to do what feels safe. You want to do what is just so fully planned out to be. But a lot of times you can have a plan and it still reroutes.
Yeah. So, like, just like when it comes to like speed visuals, I don't know. Like, I don't write nothing down. I just have a topic. Okay, I'm gonna talk about this. I don't know what order. I don't know what it is. And then as I get on, I'm gonna be more structured with it. But I'm like, I just gotta put out some videos. Period. Because I'm just tired of not putting out videos. And yeah, I had to stop procrastinating, man. Gotta stop. So.
And then when it comes to, like, where do you feel like you are now when it comes to procrastination and actually getting things done?
I'm cooking it now. I'm at that point where it's starting to rub off on me. It's like, that's why, and that's why it's so important to like have that. That's why I was going to open up about in one of my videos about mental health, physical health. And right now I'm focusing on my physical health. And, I stopped the drugs, stop weed, stop alcohol. And that allowed me to, one, build up a discipline in myself. And when I was disciplined, now I can be disciplined to make some videos. You feel me? Now I also got the mind. I have a clear mind for it. Because you doing drugs, you don't have a clear mind. And I also have the energy. Because when you're doing drugs, you don't have the energy. You feel me? So you're more worried about, I'm going to roll up right now and chill instead of, let me
be active.
Set up the stuff real quick. So that's what I'm on right now. I'm right there. I just know, give me about 2 more months. I'm going to be a powerhouse. It's going to be ugly. They're not going to be able to stop me. Everywhere I go, boom. Everything going to be planned out. As soon as I get home, typing out stuff. Boom, once that's done, next thing. I'm like, dang, they want to take a break. I'm like, I got energy. I got my clear mind. I'm working. Now,
yeah, that's the way to be. And it's good that you got that vision and you can see it and you know what you got to do to get there. Because what I learned is our daily habits is what is going to help determine our direction of productivity that we take on in our lives. And, it's important that you have productive habits that you're setting forth each day in order to be able to accomplish your daily goals. And I found that the best way to plan is to plan ahead and honestly looking at your next day the night before. So really sitting down and mapping out what your day is going to look out the next day. So what time you planning on waking up? And then, within that day, some people like to do like time blocks. And when it comes to time blocks, first putting in what are your non-negotiables. All right, I got to work from 8 to 5. So let me just block that time off. And then, but when I wake up at 5, from 5 to 6, I'm going to go to the gym. And then when I get off, I'm going to, post this or run to the post office. Really setting those intentions the night before and is really going to help you see what you have to do. I learned as an entrepreneur, writing things down, getting it out of my head, it helps me be able to get it done. Because especially with me having ADHD, the more things that's in my head that's just going and going and going, I can't focus. And focus is key to be able to stop procrastination.
Yep. writing it down. You're gonna procrastinate because you're gonna keep like it's gonna keep like recycling in your head because you're gonna have to keep remembering it. Then you might forget it. Then you remember it, and you forget the steps. Then you remember it. It's like just write it down.
Yeah. And nothing is worse, especially for me, is when I'm in the middle of doing something and I may have forgot to write something down, or it's a new idea and I'm like, oh shoot, I need to do this. And it's just like it stops me. But writing it down, even then and there, I'm like, all right, let me just jot this down and then I can work on this later.
Go on something else. Yeah. Go on to something else. Yeah.
I have a brain dump list. I literally have a whiteboard in my office where I just brain dump everything that just come to mind that I need to do. And what I like to do is I like to check it off and cross it off so I can say to myself, to me, it's tricking my brain. I'm like reprogramming myself to say like, okay, you being productive. You were able to accomplish X, Y, Z because these are the things that I'm setting myself out to. But you gotta have the vision. You gotta write it out, because if you don't have it written out, how do you know what you need to do to be able to accomplish your goals? How do you know what your business needs to get done? Like, that's what's going to elevate you and take you to the next level, is writing everything down. I mean, everything.
Right. Yep. And my little lady, I don't know if y'all knew that, but anyway.
Your new lady.
Procrastination. No, procrastinating. Nah, she know I work. When I go over her crib, I be feeling bad because we supposed to be chilling. I had a long day at work. I'm supposed to be relaxing. The first thing I do is, she got a little desk. That's why I be needing. Get you a desk, people. Get a desk, because I'm like my body is so weird. Like, I could not work in like, say like right now how we got the studio set up. I could not work like this because the lights aren't right. And I could not work like this because the chair's too low.
Yeah, you have to be comfortable.
Like, I gotta be up on a desk.
Yeah.
And I'm moving.
I feel you.
My brain is just moving now. But because I ain't got a desk in my crib.
Mm-hmm.
So now I've been like using my kitchen counter, and I have this new stool now, and I'm just right there working there. Because I used to be on the couch. And when you got the couch and then the table's this low, and then you get to going like,
get comfortable.
You get to going like this, and then you get to going.
Yeah. And it's a brain thing, because your brain is getting tired.
Right.
You know, like, especially like with lighting. Because I'm a big believer too, like really having a place in your home that you can focus on. You know, and if you don't have any place in your home where you feel you can be productive, get out the house. You know, go to Starbucks. I've definitely been to Starbucks and got my drink and seeing people on their laptop. And I'm like, okay, you know, whatever floats your boat, you know, if you haven't figured it out, you just got to experiment until you find your place.
Yep, Starbucks is another one. I was definitely what I'm gonna do too.
The library.
The library, a park. You know what I'm saying? On a park bench. It's not, maybe not Arizona's hot, because I don't know what, but maybe. And those are the things I'm telling my mind, like, that's how I'm gonna be productive. You know, just a little small thing. Like I said, physical health is probably one of my biggest things. Procrastinating has something to do with the brain.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of it comes from bad eating habits. You procrastinate because you're lazy, and then you're lazy because you don't eat right. You don't put the right stuff into your body. And so that matters so much.
I agree.
And I've just changed just the way I eat and the way the drugs, and productivity has been through the roof. So
yeah, I agree. Like, a lot of times you have to figure out what is slowing you down. So if you are a smoker and you realizing, all right, I'm smoking and now I'm sitting on the couch, or I got to watch TV, then maybe you should just try cutting it out for a week to see if your habits improve. Same thing with drinking. If you feel like you drinking and then now like your thoughts are foggy and you're not being able to move quickly or react as quickly, then, you know, just giving it a break, you know, just to see the changes that your life make. Because a lot of times we can make excuses feeling like we need these things. We need to be drinking. We need to smoke. That is making our life better, when really it's just slowing us down. And you really won't know the improvements that it make until you just take a chance and just give yourself 30 days to see the improvements that it will make.
I'm going to be 100 with you. As a person that's like on day 60, you're going to need like a half a year. I'm going to be 100 with you. If you're a person that I've been smoking for 12 years. I'm crazy to think that it's just gonna go away in a year. It's just not. It's been ingrained in my life since 16. It's not like I feel. Obviously, I feel like the benefits of it, but I feel like I can imagine how I'm going to be 2 more years from now. Like my brain really is going to, because that stuff, dude. When you've been smoking for that long and that young, it does a lot of things to your brain. Like it's scientifically proven that it makes your brain smaller.
Oh
Certain
yeah,
parts of
and
your
I heard
brain.
it take your brain cells away, and then not only that, but when you're smoking, you can develop bad habits as a smoker,
Yeah.
and then once you stop, you have to break those habits.
Yeah.
And especially when it don't align to being productive and living your best life. Like like bad habits can be hard to break, and you have to be able to figure out first, what you're trying to accomplish as to, all right, if I'm stopping smoking, these are the habits that I need to change, or these are my bad habits.
And don't compare yourself to other people. Like when it comes to like procrastinating, people always want to like. This is why they watch these videos, because they compare themselves to the next person, a person that wants to be like Wiz. Wiz smoke all the time. Wayne smoke all the time. They make music, so I'm gonna smoke all the time so I can make music. I'm like, no. One, they're already rich. Two, even if they did it before they were rich, they got rich, right?
Yeah.
And you can't. Maybe you're not meant to do that.
Right.
You're not meant to smoke because it just makes you lazy. You know what I'm saying? They're getting albums, and Wayne got probably one of most songs out of every artist. He's productive with it because he don't have that 9 to 5 he got to go to. This is what he does. You, on the other hand, still have life, and you smoking, and it's actually slowing you down. So you procrastinating, you're not dropping as much songs as you should be doing. That's what I was doing. Like, once I started smoking, like it almost feel like I almost like stopped making music once I stopped smoking. It was kind of weird because I started making music when I was smoking, and then I stopped. Now that I haven't been smoking, I'm still making music, but it's like
it's different.
It's different
Yeah.
because I used to use that as my. If I'm not smoking, I can't make a song. You feel me? But now it's a little bit different. Have the purpose behind it. My purpose now is is to really show my video talents with that.
Right.
So the purpose is different.
And then another tip too, when it comes to procrastination, is do the hard things first. A lot of times, again, with things occupying your brain, you got that hard thing that you're just sitting on, like, damn, I gotta do this, I gotta do this, I gotta do this. But when you can do that first, it's gonna set the tone for the rest of your day, especially when everything else is easier. There's things in life that we don't want to do that we have to do, but you just have to be able to talk yourself through it and let yourself know these are the steps you have to take to get that hard thing done. Just get it out the way, so it's something you don't even have to worry about, and you can occupy your brain on other things. Like for me, me having to do my yard, like me doing my yard was a hard thing for me because I'm a woman. I'm not gonna lie. I've never been in the yard, had to worry about trimming weeds and how to use a weed whacker. And, that was a little bit overwhelming for me. But what helped me was, okay, it got to get done, for one. Let me hop on YouTube. Let me find what's going to be the best weed whacker for me as a woman to use, and for something that's going to be able to be worth my money. And once I figured it out, I came home and I was just excited. Like, man, I'm about to learn this. My yard is about to be great, and my yard about to be the best on the block. And I had to just create it to be positive. And I didn't even finish my yard the first day. And I literally woke up today, because I finished it today, and was like, man, I got to finish my yard. Let me just knock it out now. And once I finished getting my yard together, man, it just felt so great to know that I ain't got to worry about it no more. It's more so like a computer and you having a bunch of tabs open and just being able to just close the tabs out. Like, it feels amazing to not have to worry about that hard thing no more. And I was able to get all my smaller tasks done today.
Amen. Amen. And yeah, man, look, you gotta stop procrastinating.
Yes.
I say another thing, like I said, I'm gonna just keep hitting them with physical health, because that is literally what's been helping me not procrastinate. It was physical health and coffee. I'm also on
your caffeine.
Let me see right now. I got a I Am Sober app. So caffeine, it has been 30 days
Wow.
since I had caffeine, and I used to need that so much. Energy drinks every time I go somewhere, caffeine every morning, and it's just like you think you're more productive, but it's actually messing with your sleep. There's no better like energy than actual sleep, and then you sleep 8 hours, no other things. Drugs mess up your sleep, alcohol mess up your sleep, caffeine mess up your sleep. So you really, when you wake up, you might have some fake energy, but it's not real brain power energy.
Right.
So that's been
It's
helping
just fog.
too. It's fog, and that's what it was. Like like I said, I would watch videos. I would watch videos about it, and people would tell that they had the experience and how their life changed once they stopped drinking caffeine and coffee and energy drinks. Like there was a fog, like because it's not really helping the body. They say what it's doing is it's exaggerating the nerves.
Okay.
So it's not helping you. It's not really giving you that full body.
It's a Band-Aid.
Yeah, and then what it does, it actually pushes your sleep over, and then it pushes your sleep over. So say like you usually would have been going to bed at 10. Now you're gonna go to bed at 12, but you're not just gonna the body not gonna forget those 2 hours you just took from it. So it adds it up into the next day and the next day and the next day. And you keep pushing it to the side, and then at the end of the week you'd have missed a total of a whole 10 hours of sleep, and now you got brain fog because you missing 10 hours of your sleep throughout the week. And it might be worse for other people too. So if they drink coffee throughout the whole day, it's tough. So that's how you're gonna start procrastinating, because that's what was stopping me. Weed, alcohol, coffee, that mental health, that physical health, which also activates the mental health because you don't eat. You got to eat food for your brain too. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us eat food for our body, but we forget that 20% of it go to the brain.
Yeah, needing that water, the protein, and just hitting your daily calories. So, I agree.
Yeah.
But yeah, procrastination. Yeah, let's really put a buckle on that one and really focus on setting habits that really is going to allow you to make the best of your day and being able to have a productive time doing so that you can be successful in your business, so that you can launch your business if you haven't already, and so that you can be who you're setting yourself out to be for this year 2026, because there's no limits to this life. And really, as long as you believe it and you take the action to achieve it, anything can happen.
Right. I'm with it.
Yeah. So, in conclusion, just to close this thing out, my action question for today is, what's one healthy habit that improved your productivity the most? So let us know, leave it in the comments. We would love to hear it. Share your thoughts so that you could be helping someone else out that may be dealing with what you're dealing with.
Yep. Make sure y'all subscribe to the YouTube Take Flight Podcast.
Yes.
2025. All that good stuff. We trying to go to 50 subscribers. We're supposed to have it already. Let's get it. So boom. And make sure y'all come to the pool party.
Yes.
June 7th. It will be shot live, man. This is gonna be big. It's a good way for me to really, because I really want to get into broadcasting events and stuff like that. So this is a good way for me to get my little practice in, and also have fun at the same time. It's hot in AZ. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all screenshot it. It's on
share it.
Yep, 5128 North 15th Street, Phoenix, Arizona, 1 of 5 on June 7th. It's a Sunday.
Yes.
So y'all should be free. You feel me? And it's up from there, man.
It's up. Tag someone that you're going to bring with you. It's going to be great vibes. It's going to be a great time to just meet new people and, be featured on our podcast. We're going to be barbecuing. It's going to be a nice time in the pool. And we can't wait to see you guys.
I'm excited.
Me too. This is going to be fun. I'm a mermaid, so I'm excited for everyone and for myself. This is going to be fun.
You feel me? But Man, I hope y'all have a good day. We finna
Yes.
have a good day. And
until next time.
we out. I'ma try to live my life.